welcome to News Channel 8. I'm Jerome Aegean, and in tonight's top stories, John Walsh of America's Most Wanted is in the territory covering a very special case. News Channel 8 correspondent Lee Carl caught up with John Walsh on St. Thomas.
We're at Hull Bay, and here's a familiar face. I've talked with him before, and a familiar voice, of course, on WSTA, and one, no doubt about it, when you think about America's Most Wanted, you think of
John Walsh, and I'm glad to be here with you, Lee. I've done a couple cases down here, known you over the years. As a matter of fact, we caught our 1,000th, 59th guy this week, so we've caught people all over the world. But I'm down here working on a very special case.
I see that. I won't go through the, most people know that you got into the business because your son was killed, and you said, that's it, I'm not going to stand for that, and you took the bull by the horns, right?
Well, we were the first reality show, and Rupert Murdoch approached me, you know, that owns News Corp and 20th Century Fox, to host the first reality show back in 1988. I thought it would be a great vehicle to try to help solve my son's case, the murder of my son Adam, who was murdered in '81. That case was finally solved last December after 27 years. But America's Most Wanted has been a great way for me to catch the world's worst fugitives and to get some families justice. And one of those families is here from St. Thomas, and that's the Baptist family. Wilford Baptist Sr.'s son was murdered here.
I covered that story.
You did, Lee, in 2003 at a local theater here. He was a corrections officer working that night as a security guard, and some low-life coward by the name of Albion Fret shot him in the back. First shot him in the shoulder and then shot him in the back while he was down on the ground. So Wilford Baptist Jr. was a award-winning FBI agent for 20 years, and he came to me and said, my father is looking for justice, that my brother was murdered in 2003, so it's going to be on America's Most Wanted in 10 days.
Very good. Well, that's the TV side. Right. The radio side, you follow me on my newscast with your vignette, right, which is great. America's Most Wanted, right?
America's Most Wanted Radio Minutes, and as a matter of fact, we just caught a Russian thug in the Netherlands from those minutes, and this guy went to our website amw.com, and this guy in the Netherlands, and said, I think this Russian guy that I've met is acting strange. He may be a fugitive, and he went to our website because he had heard about America's Most Wanted on the radio. So now we've caught international fugitives off of our website because of the radio minutes.
What's interesting about it, you are here and we're in the middle of a major kind of a crime wave. It's almost like John Walsh is going to be here, and we've got two or three. Are you aware of what's happening right now?
Well, I know that that crime is on the uptick here. I'm also here for another multiple murder, which I'd love to solve. That murder happened at the Banana Split Bar in 2006. I'm looking at the details. That was 4 homicides, and one of the guys, Manny Vanderhorst, is still at large. And this is 2 guys. One of the guys is in jail, but this guy, Manny Vanderhorst, went in to the Banana Split Bar and murdered 4 people that were sitting there. So, St. Thomas is a beautiful place. Virgin American and British Virgins are beautiful. I've been coming here my whole life for 40 years.
I know you've been a good tourist, put it that way.
Absolutely. I used to come to Carnival when I was in college. But I hate to see the rise in crime. I think desperate times create desperate moves. But I think people are sick of it. They're going to get together and say, hey, we're going to try to work together, not as vigilantes, but to solve this. And yesterday when I landed, there was a murder with an AK-47 in St. Croix.
Amen.
You know, that's not what people think that paradise is about. That's not what the Virgin Islands should be about.
One thing, you're about to leave again, about to do some more shoots here at Hull Bay. If someone has some information they need to give you right now, what should they do?
I tell people all the time when they ask me, how did you catch 1,059 fugitives worldwide? Because lots of people are afraid to go to the police. People right here in St. Thomas or St. Croix or St. John's may be afraid of retaliation. There is a way to turn these lowlifes in, and that way to do it is on our website, amw.com. Or to call the police anonymously. They're not going to trace your call or tap your call or come to your house. They just need that tip. They need that lead. So I say to people, do the right thing. you could save somebody's life by if it is a cousin or someone you know or someone you're afraid of. You can call police, or you can go to my website. You can call toll-free 1-800-CRIME-TV. Leave us that tip that'll help reduce crime in the Virgin Islands and get these low-life cowards off the street.
Amen, John. And it's great to have you here again. And we feel good to know that you're here.
I'm here saddling up, Lee, and it's always nice to see you. And I need the people of the Virgin Islands to help me solve these terrible murders and to get some justice for the Baptist family.
With John Walsh here at Hull Bay during one of the shoots of America's Most Wanted. Lee Carl for News Channel 8.